Living the good fat life with your host Karen and Sherri. They'll help everything align for your body, soul, and mind. The good fat life, whether change comes slow or dramatically. The good fat life will help you sort things out organically.
We always laugh every single time.
It just feels so good.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
So, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
On this snowy day.
I know. It feels silly bringing out bloom today, but it's perfect, right? We need it, right?
Right,
Of all
right.
the reminders, snow today, it's a great reminder that there is bloom and it is springtime. And I'm super excited about our cover girl being here today.
Exactly. And when I woke up, I was looking out. We have this beautiful tree, one of the pink flowering trees.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at it and I go, what are those white flowers doing on the pink tree?
Oh,
and it was
interesting.
snow.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyways, yes, we have a brand new issue. We are so
Yeah.
excited. Our brand new issue, our April issue. And yes, we have our cover girl.
I know the title of the issue is Bloom, and we have Tammy Risim on the cover. We're so happy to have her here. She is a spiritual guru and a yoga instructor, and just a very centered, beautiful person, and has a lot of followers. So we're so lucky to have her today. It's like right on time, right?
Yeah,
Thank you,
exactly.
Tammy, for being
Yeah.
here.
Thank you, Sherri. Thank you, Karen, for having me here. Yeah, you're. Yes, I'm so excited for this magazine because I think it brings a lot to the society, our Michigan people, the locals, and I already have given out a lot to teachers, and they're already. Okay, who is Sherri? Oh my gosh, I got to reach out to her.
Yeah.
Really? Good fat life? Yes,
Yeah.
good fat. Yes, she is right. Because sometimes people just need to see it, some people just need to hear it, and some people need to read it. So it's all in this Bloom magazine that, yes, good fats are really good for your mind, body, and soul, which is ignored from so many years, and everybody's now awakening, and that's amazing.
So, well, and to your point, we have this wonderful article in the magazine this time. It's like Fish Oil 101. And when I was doing the research around it, it's got 117 evidence-based studies in that article. I mean, it's huge for the resources, but I was like blown away again of how fat affects so many areas of our well-being, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So anyways, but Tammy, we have so many things to talk to you about.
I know.
Sure.
So, and you're kind of embody the good fat life, and from the foods that you eat. So we'll talk about your Ayurvedic cooking,
Yes.
and yoga. And one of the things I would just want to talk about before, just to start into this, because one of the couple of very cool things that happened meeting you was we've kind of been circling around each other for a couple years, right? And then just happened to meet. But when I did get the chance to learn a bit more about your story, and that you were from an area of India that I had the opportunity to visit a couple years ago, that made such a mark on just me, as a traveler. It was such a bucket list event. So would you talk about that?
Of course.
And then how you were raised. I mean, I had 3 days in this space, and that, really shifted my life, but it wasn't until I got to talk to you that I'm starting to get just a little inkling of what that could be like to be raised like that from the get-go.
I think I think that's all I will say about that is it's just a self-discipline that teaches. People say, oh, you're disciplined in this, you're disciplined, you're this, you're that. I feel the spiritual discipline, the way my grandma raised me.
So talk about that a little
talk
bit.
about where you were raised.
Yeah, I was raised in India, of course. In the part of, I'm a north part of India, Jammu and Kashmir, you call it, and my state is Jammu, and the Golden Temple is 3 hours drive from us, but it's our like Diwali, Baisakhi, all these, and tons of people go and visit Golden Temple because that's one place where no color, all our, we call it gurdwaras, but the churches, no color matters. Everyone is welcome with open heart, with open arms. Nobody's saying that you cannot eat this food, not touch this. No, everyone is welcomed.
Well, and it's a pilgrimage, right? So people go there. It's a life dream to go there.
Absolutely.
And it was welcoming. And talk about the meals and the food. They serve 100,000
yes.
meals free to anybody who shows up every day.
Yes.
And you literally walk in, you sit down, and you're served food.
How does that
Yes.
work? Who cooks that? Is it the people that are part of the temple? Is it the Golden Temple? Is it?
Yes, it's not only Golden Temple. That's what my religion is, Sikhism. Sikhism is like we are warriors. We need to protect. We need to serve. That's why we are here on this earth. That's why we are born. That's our purpose. So that doesn't matter now. Hindu came, American came, Chaldean came, Black came. No, we all are here to serve every color. Doesn't matter. So it's not only Golden Temple. Even the churches here in America, it's all free and everybody. This is volunteer. I go, that's what the most thing, if in pandemic I missed, this is what I missed. And I was full of tears when September the church opened. I miss my services. I cook, I clean the dishes. And I took so many YTT students when I trained them, and they were just amazed.
Yoga teacher training.
Yoga teacher training. When I take them there for the Karma project, that it teaches humility, being humble. Doesn't matter whose plate is that. It doesn't matter who ate in that. We are cleaning it. This is not.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I think it's there. You go.
It's not working. It's coming down.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I just?
you just put it over your ponytail.
Yeah. I think put it on top of your.
Oh,
one.
now.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better. Okay, good.
Okay, so so it's just not only Golden Temple, but yes, Golden Temple is the big. That's why there's a lot of Hollywood stars, Bollywood stars. That place is very shifting, and it's very very high. You feel that high energy there, so a lot of people go there. But yes, the food. Even a lot of people don't even give their name, but they just send the stuff. So there's some New York people from New York, Chicago. They don't give their name. They just send a lot of charity.
Yeah.
A lot of
They just want to be part of it.
So, but I think, and you're right. It's not just the place. It's just that's the place I was first exposed to. That is the energy. It was just, there was such a welcome, peaceful, deeply peaceful, welcoming presence all over. And then that food component, and there's good fat in that food, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, and so the food was really beautifully prepared and thoughtful, and it was a healthy, nutritious meal.
Yeah.
So
it's a lentil. We use ghee, which is purified butter, and it's always vegetarian, Ayurvedic, vegetarian, clean, raw. We don't use like canned,
Right.
It's all clean food and vegetables, and either it has to be chapati, which we call it, you guys call bread, or the rice, and simple. But we don't want anybody to stay hungry. That's our mission. Doesn't matter the person coming from a beggar or the homeless. Nobody goes hungry. And we sometimes if they don't have any space, we arrange the spaces for them to sleep, because there are a lot of people. They're not blessed as us, but they're not different. But so that's what my teaching always gone, and that's what I think brought. It just naturally came with me, with my roots, to the yoga world, and I think it's touching a lot of people. It's changing people's life. And I always tell them how the humility is so important. No matter where you are, be just humble. That's the best robe you can wear, and then everything comes with that. You sit down and see, and humble doesn't mean, and humble is taken, I honestly, people take it as a weak. They think, oh, that person is weak. No. being humble is more kind. It's a kindness.
Humble is an equalizer, right? Saying
Absolutely.
we're all, like, it's almost like namaste. I see the
Absolutely.
light in you. You see the
Absolutely. You nailed it, Karen. Yes. So I just feel that even all this happening, you came, Sherri, as she said, we are circling around from 6-7 years. There's a reason. There's a reason she was there in Golden. I can't believe it when she put in the Good Fell Life in the magazine paper. And that's honestly, I guess my picture is there and everything. But that is just like touching my heart so full.
Me too. You guys might have
Yeah.
we've sat in the same places and you didn't know. That's so beautiful. Think about all the people that you've done that with in your life that are that you were going to meet up with again, and like it's just so beautiful, right? To think about that. Yeah.
Well, and to that point, and you never know what thing you do, what experience, what encounter, how that will serve you sometime in the future. And if we had met before that trip, not that I wouldn't adore you immensely, but I wouldn't have that understanding, that little sliver of understanding of where you came from, right?
Absolutely.
And that connection, right?
Right, and that desire, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is what it looks like if you're raised in that environment from the get-go.
Can I ask you both, when you realized that you both were at the same place, did you go like, oh, that's it, I felt a certain connection to you that was different? Like hindsight, did you go like, oh yeah, I can see that now, like that we were both in the same place, like you sensed like you both had a commonality? Now that looking back, did you feel that at all, Tammy? Like when she mentioned that, did that totally make sense to you and resonate with you? Like, oh, that makes sense that she was there and I was there, and because you guys sort of gravitated to each other.
Kind of no. I just like appreciated when she sent me some pictures from Rishikesh too.
Yeah.
That's a very moving place.
Yeah.
Very moving.
Yeah.
So these places, I'm not saying that these just like, there's a lot of history behind them. And if you guys get a chance, just Google it and read it whenever you guys have a time, because everything is Google these days.
Well,
Yeah.
And
Right?
Rishikesh is where it was the beginning of yoga.
Absolutely.
So we spent, we went to an ashram there for a few days, and that was quite an experience.
Exactly.
But I would love to hear more about, your yoga journey, because you didn't start out doing yoga.
No, I did not. But again, I will say yoga is kind of our each day. That's what we do, yoga. You get up, you meditate, you pray. And so yoga is all around us in India, but it's in the different form, in the different discipline. So here, yes, when I came and I just did all other journeys, and but found myself that I just wanted to check out how this class works in America. Let me see what they do. So I entered the class, and it just touched me, in my, the way my spiritual journey has been started at a very, very early age. And I'm all thankful to my grandma who has put me on this path. And I said, oh, I guess something is here too. I can do this here too. And here I met one teacher, and I said, hey, you know what? I want to give out. But that's what I learned all my life from the child. This is what that whole Golden Temple is, just giving, not, just not expecting too much, give. And believing that everything is program, everything is happening for a reason. And so I just did the certification. One came, second came, and it's just start happening. And then, of course, Lifetime 11 years ago, they just contacted me, hey, can you and then I started journeying there. And it's unbelievable that any person who walked out of the class, they say, oh, I'm feeling something. I felt something. Something shifted. And it started growing, and then people started privates, and then you do this journey. I just feel that never stopped.
But there's something different in your classes, because I've taken classes throughout the years. I've tried it, it's like,
of course.
There's and I hated it. I just hated it. It was like, this is not for me.
There's no hate in yoga.
Yeah. So, well, I'm just being honest. And it could be.
I like that. I like that.
And it could be a gazillion reasons, but there's something about the classes when I've gone to your class, it's different. Mm-hmm. There's something different there. So even when I'm doing a breathing or a position that I'm like, are we going to stop? Are we going to be able to stop taking these breaths? There's still something that says, but I'm so grateful to be here. I'm feeling something different, right?
I think I can speak to that. I know what the difference is. Sometimes when you go in other yoga classes, it's more about the instructor and what they want the class to do. You are really there as a vessel to let the people do their own work and just present the information. And you're just presenting it, and you're there to have it in a safe space and just support them in their journey. That's how I feel in your classes. Is that correct? Is that how you try to?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think I did. I just feel that I did so many trainings, and I always say, I am not. Don't give me any credit. And it just makes me very emotional because I don't speak. Somebody speaks through me. And there's so many teachers in this world. I think Sherri is going to meet Thera soon. They all are there. But something is, I have that I'm blessed with that gift. Mm-hmm. I never prepare. I did trainings, but I never prepared my class.
It just comes within.
It just comes natural. And then when people leave, they say, this is exactly I wanted to hear today. Thank you. I was going through this. And I said, what? So, you're right. It's just the vessel, and it's working. The best part is working for the society. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to stop.
Right.
And even coming people to the retreat, it changes. People go on the good diet, they lose the weight. I said, what? That's a transformation. People, one of the women from Henry Ford, she was going through something, nurse, so much money, everything, and randomly friend brought her, and just for a weekend for the Up North retreat, her whole life shifted. She came after 2-3 weeks. I met her after the retreat, and I said, what did you do? She said, there was some shift. Mm-hmm. And I said, thank you. And so when something is working and growing, why would you stop? Mm-hmm. That's what every person in their life, they should take it. Like if you eat good fat, if it's working for your body, for your digestive system, for your head, for your sleep, why would you stop? Mm-hmm. Same thing for everything in the life. Something is working, keep giving power to that. Keep putting the time towards that. And if something is negative and the things are not working, space it out. And it goes everywhere in the relationships, in your profession, in your own self. Look at you, sit down and see what's really working for your body, for your mind, for your soul. Mm-hmm. Do that. Give power to that. That will grow. And that's what I focused. It's now also the students, the family. I even told my mom, dad too, I'm on a very different path. Not that they're not spiritual, they're there, but trusting it all, 100%, it's hard.
Yes.
It's hard as a human.
Yeah.
We are shaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. At best, sometimes, right?
And so, but let's talk about that a little bit because, and I will say that the classes, some of the classes I've gone to, people love them. I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with them. It just wasn't a good fit for me.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And absolutely. So I really want to say that.
You started
and
having judgment towards yourself.
Right. But so to the, we talk a lot about self-care and that it's very personal, right? What works for me doesn't work for you, or works for you. Right. It has to be personal. So when you talk about, find what's working for you, what are some of the I guess the tools or the processes that for you or the students that you have that you suggest that we tap into or use to help figure out what's going to work?
What's going to work? Mm-hmm. I will say the first step for them or for anyone is to just sit, pause. Mm. We are running. We are always running. So pause, sit down, and journal it. Journal. Either it's your life, either it's your profession when you go to work. Some people write it down. What's working? And keep giving power. and then write down the page also. What's not working?
But I hear people say that they don't even know what's working. And so I was listening to
Or nothing's working,
or
right?
nothing's working, or they don't. We've gotten so out of touch with ourselves in the world we live in that we may not even know what's working, and you can start with what's not working. Where do I have what pains me? And sometimes it's easier to identify.
Absolutely.
Is like what so I'm just throwing that out as an option. If you can't write what's working, then start with what's not working.
Yeah.
I feel that it's the mind is foggy. They're not clear in their mind.
Not enough good fat.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not enough good fatty. That's an amazing point right there. Not drinking enough water. It's all start from there. You go without water and just keep drinking coffee all day. You will not think right. You will not.
I heard
Nutrition is huge.
And then if you add in alcohol and sugar and
that's it.
preservatives.
That's it. So the mind is not clear. So it's not that they don't. They're saying because they're in denial, nothing is working. No, it's not even possible that nothing is working. No, you are not paying attention, and you are going towards the way, and it's a negative thinking again.
Well, speaking of negative thinking, how do you handle people that come to you and say, well, they have a million excuses, just a million excuses? What do you say to that?
I just tell them, give yourself just an hour, when you get up in the morning, stay away from your phone and get up in the morning, write down something, put on your refrigerator that I will be positive today and I'll be productive. See that positive and productive word where you took that just one day. And if you can't do one day, do 2 hours. See what comes up. They try, it works. Just give 1 hour. I'm not saying 24 hours. Give 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's been times in my life where I could only face like the next 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You know, because you just be in this. It's like, okay, I can deal with 3 minutes.
Yeah.
and then it goes to 5, and then it's 10, and it's like because that's just the way life is can be sometimes.
Yeah. And I think with COVID, people are really experiencing a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And having people seem to be having more panic attacks and those kind of things. Have you seen that in your classes?
Oh, huge.
More anxiety.
Huge.
Yeah.
A lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. I get that. But I just feel that pandemic also has given a lot to people in a good way.
Yes.
We connected with nature a lot. We learned how to get out of the house. It also gave a lot of fear of death, fear of losing, and that it's unbelievable when I see different people at the pockets where people are so much in fear, and they're thinking this is going to take away. No, look at the good part of the pandemic too. A lot of people connected with their families. They were not. They were always go. A lot of people learned cooking. They started cooking a lot of food. So there's always way to look at the good things and the positive things happening through the process. But yes, the other things will come with it too. But everything has a lesson. Everything has a lesson. We need to learn as a human, and we do have a power to face everything, but it's your choice again. Life is the options. It's your choice. You want to just close off and be in that, like in the room forever and not do anything better for yourself and the others. I'm talking more about the younger generation. They just give up so much easy because the whole world is in their hands. That's phone. Is the phone. Just learn to keep the phone away 1 hour before the bed. And when you get up, don't touch the phone. See how your day is going to change. Give that 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour at the night. Day will change. But when they have the whole world here, they don't want to get out of the room. Why? It's keeping them busy. What will bring that? Gaining weight, depression, anxiety, to go out. And I did see
isolation.
Absolutely. So you have to, and so I think pandemic worked for each one of like each one of us very different. Some people really grew out of it really good, and they explored so many hikes and this and family time, and something, did not work for other people. What we can do as a whole community, if we are there, we can just only keep going and helping, I think, others to get out of this, because this is not going too fast. I know it's been 1 year now in this. This is not going another 2022. Hopefully we'll get,
Right.
real calm.
Yeah. So let's talk about some things we can do. So, because it is not going away, right? And
Yes.
and we were just talking. We could go into another 2-week lockdown, which is possible. And so, what are some things, like you mentioned? Get out and go for a walk. It's spring. Spring is such a gorgeous time.
Yeah.
There's that sense of bloom.
Yes.
And it's not just the flowers blooming, but us as human beings, kind of,
Yes.
and it's not, it's not easy. I don't want to make it like Pollyanna, right? Like,
Yes.
No, it's not
because
easy.
because things cannot be easy. A lot of people are mourning. We don't get to see our families. We don't get to see our grandkids. There's lots of things that are happening, and then the whole vaccine thing is a big issue, and we still get to choose. Right at the end of the day, we get to choose how we show up each moment. Really,
This exactly, Sherri, I think you nailed it, because you don't need to watch news every morning, do you? I don't
No.
think so.
I don't know.
No.
No. So let's just start with that. Don't put on your TV. Get up, take a coffee cup. That's what your thing is. Have it, and get up, get out the door.
Write in
Do
your
your
journal
things.
or take
right,
a walk.
right, yes, read. Do something good for yourself. Start the morning. First, I will not want to say coffee. Just take a glass of water. Especially spring cleans your digestive system. It's just we think the nature is changing. No, but you are nature. The whole universe is in you. So get up. What is spring is saying? We had the winter. We had all that snow covering the, road. That's went away. Now it's blooming these beautiful flowers. That's how we just go inside in winter, and now we coming out. Clean up yourself. Find some projects in the house. Clean your garage. And the more clutter we have in our house, the more clutter our mind will be. The more stuff you have around you, you will be not thinking right. Your mind gets foggy. Your mind gets very busy. So clean up a little bit. Get up in the morning. No, please don't watch news. Do something different, as you said. Journal. If not journal, read a book. If not read a book, put your shoes on, get out of the house. Just walk 15 minutes. I'm not saying too much. Look up the sky. 10 minutes. Take some fresh air. And if you don't want to go for a walk, there's always option. Again, choice and option. You have a deck? Go on the deck for 5 minutes. Take a fresh air. You don't have a deck? You have a patio. You don't have a patio? Just go on your driveway. For
Open
5
your front
minutes.
door. Yeah.
Front door.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right there.
Right.
There's always a way, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Always a way.
So, and you were talking about discipline. So, talk a little bit about discipline.
That's huge.
That's the key, right?
That's the key to live life.
And so, but how do we? Because one of the things that we heard Karen and I were on a call yesterday is, how we don't want self-care to be another chore. When you hear discipline, it can be like another chore, something that I have to do that I'm going to beat myself up about if I don't do it. So how do you make that a way of life? So that you know what I'm saying? So the discipline is just who you are and how you show up.
Right. I honestly feel that these are the tools when you're raising a kid. It should be corporate that time. What they see you, that's what they do. But hey, life can happen. Things might not work the way we want it to. Is there a time to change? No. If the things do not change around you, you be the change. You be the change. Every human has same power. neither Karen, Sherri, me. Yes, we have our own talents and beauty, but be the change, pick up yourself, and it's never late to start. Never late to start. Maybe this spring is the time now. Read this Good Fat magazine, Bloom magazine. Maybe this is the time. No age, no number matters.
Just keep
Just
showing
start.
up.
Yeah.
Just showing up and start.
And
Never-
stay in the present, correct?
Stay in the present. Stay in the present. The self-discipline starts with the present. We always talk about self-care, all that stuff, but I think the big piece is the discipline. And commit with the thing. If you even start walking 5 minutes after your day finishes or in the morning, commit with it. That's a discipline. Even your 5 minutes you're doing it, it's a discipline. And that will grow. So self-discipline is a self-care. Self-care becomes a
That's
soul
a great
care.
way to put it.
Yeah.
Self-discipline is a self-care. That's
Yeah.
a great way to
And
put it.
then when things become hard, they're not as hard, correct? And it's okay for things to be challenging. We want things to be challenging, right? We don't want to stay in our comfort zone,
No.
but we want to have a comfort zone in our own spirit and mind, correct?
And that comes with a lot of meditation. Sit on the seat. You don't need to be perfect there. Just go as you are. Close your eyes and see what comes up. And I think, Karen, you said right thing that it's just like we always think, why we use this word so much? Life is hard. Life is hard. Hard is what makes us who we are. One diamond takes forever. We can't make diamonds so fast. So that's how the human is. The more hard life is, the more hard struggles or things came in your way, that's how you gonna really shape up as a diamond.
But there's also it's the idea. But we don't have to have the idea that life is hard, because that can feel oppressive.
Exactly.
You know, it can be that life is
It's beautiful.
Is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And we get these challenges or these situations or these circumstances to give us an opportunity to just grow and get better, kind of get better at choosing.
Yes,
Yeah.
choice.
Right?
Always
Yeah.
a choice, right?
And honoring your process, right? It's a process.
Out on my way over here, I was listening to a woman talk who had written a book, and she had some paralysis. And she just said, I had a choice. I could say, oh gosh, this can be devastating news, or I can say, how am I going to use this to enrich my life? And she said that was the choice I made, and she became a best-selling author.
Yeah, she got curious about what it's
Right,
like to
right,
be
right.
in that body and that mind.
Yeah.
I think that's really important, right? To have that curiosity of like, what does this look like now? Like, if I'm the person that bears this and goes through it, then I can learn from this and grow from this and become more of a diamond and shine through this. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
if
it-
she can do it, you imagine, right?
Yeah.
You imagine her, just see how inspiring is that?
Exactly. And so she
Right?
just embraced that, and it was. I was like, wow, this is what a beautiful testimony, because we're all going to have stuff.
Absolutely.
We all have stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would love to hear you talk about just like yoga as a practice and what yoga can bring to a person, if it resonates with them.
Yeah, I think yoga brings everything. Everybody, it's not gonna be like everybody comes in the room to just try, right? They come to try yoga. What is yoga? Some people take as a flexibility. Some people just want to, stretch. Somebody thinks, like when they come to the flow heated classes, they think it's the athletic. My heart rate is up. Oh my gosh, I feel good. I sweat. Some people come and they say, you know what? They have something in their life, emotional. They come and they said, okay, I need yoga. Somebody talked to my doctor, said, go try yoga, try meditation. But I tell people when they walk in and they all feel different emotions, but yoga is just you. This is my definition for yoga, because yoga is union of mind, body, and soul. So that's why everyone feels different emotions. Some people feel, okay, I got a lot of guys when they come to the class, they say, oh my gosh, I was so sore lifting. Now I feel so good. My muscles feel good. But at the end, something is working invisibly in them. They are centered. They're getting balance. They're more focused. They're more out in yoga never stays with you. It goes out in your actions. And slowly, slowly you will see the changes in their life. They're becoming more disciplined. They're committing to their practice. They're committing to their relationships. They are more humble. And then they say, oh, how does shift happen? Oh, you know what? I've been going yoga for many years. So a lot of people had anger issue. They came in my way. It gone. That's gone. Not more anymore. As I always say, yoga brings you back home. And that home is like we all have our stuff. But we do have some strength in us, the light, which we all share. We all are same. And we get in touch with ourselves through this breath. And the more we are in touch with ourselves, we are not going to be angry. We are not going to be doing anything wrong to ourselves or others. We're going to be more kind. We're going to be more humble. And we want more and more of that because it's just like it's working in the life. I've seen so many people were going through especially women or men, divorce or just argument, not family, that relationship bad. And then they worked through it. They worked through it because they were not acknowledging what they are doing and how the other person, so their perspective changes, their thinking changes.
Doesn't, I like the saying that yoga finds you exactly where you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it finds you right where you are and it takes you right where you need to go.
That's
and
it.
Anybody can start it and do it. There's
no age.
Yeah, there's no age. There's really there's really no physical limitations because you can actually do yoga with your mind, like yoga nidra. And so there's a yoga really for anybody.
Yoga nidra, meditation. We all are breathing anyway every day, right?
It's really
26,000 breaths we breathe each day without noticing.
I saw a quote the other day. It said, if you are breathing, you can do yoga.
Yeah.
Because if you can breathe, you can do yoga. And I just thought
that's perfect. That's exactly it. Right?
Because that's everybody.
Yeah.
That's everybody.
Because if you're not breathing, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I say. Yoga is you.
Yeah.
You are,
Well, yoga is breath, right?
It's a breath.
Yeah.
It's a breath.
It's yoking your body and your mind together.
Exactly.
So that's exactly what breathing is, right?
So I feel that that's people say, oh, what is yoga? I said, once you go, are you alive? You are breathing, right? You're alive. So this is what that's the yoga right there.
Yeah.
You know,
you're doing it right now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why yoga goes then everywhere in your actions and your reactions. So it doesn't stay with you. Like you can't close off. You're just like open and you're spreading the yoga everywhere because we are, breathing. As I loved her statement, you're breathing, you can do yoga.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
So one, talk a little bit about your Ayurvedic cooking.
Yes.
So tell us about that and how that is a complement.
As a compliment, no canned food.
No canned food, right? Okay. So you chop a lot.
I chop a lot. Yeah, I do. And I love it. And that's what we learned. It's not in the stores in India. People come, they bring a kind of basket of the fresh, right from the farm. So they're going to the streets and then they're selling that way. Okay. So we take it, wash it, chop it, and cook it right there. So yes, our Ayurvedic cooking carries a lot of turmeric, ginger, garlic, cilantro, of course, red pepper and a little salt and everything. But it's all raw and fresh. That's what the Ayurvedic is. Clean. Good fat.
And
good fats.
Yes.
Good fats.
Yes. And good fats.
Good fats. Big part. Good part.
Isn't there, with Ayurvedic, certain serving sizes that you're supposed to have? Really not more than your fist?
Yes. So Ayurvedic, they say that your body doesn't need much. Less is more. So the fist size of the food you put in your plate, that's all you need. You don't need more than that. So, but when I came to this country, I saw that people were plates were so full
Oh, yeah.
all over.
Uh-huh.
And I said, oh, what? So, but it's again, not putting anybody out there, but I think people are awakening actually. People are getting healthier. They are changing. But there are some part of our city that I feel that there's no awareness. It's all more about, again, it touches the self-discipline as the self-awareness, self-study, self-discovery. So the more and more you are in touch with yourself, all that opens up because we all have it.
Right.
But some are just closed and some are open. So yeah, it's less is more. Our bodies don't need, our mind says we want to eat more and more and more and more.
Do you just do 3 meals a day, or is there also snacks in Ayurvedic?
Yes, there are snack with the tea. So the tea is our tea times in the morning and in the evening. I'm not a tea drinker, so I don't. But my mom, dad, and we all saw all my life that in the morning they will have a little bit, tea, cup of tea, and in the evening around 4:30, 4 o'clock. But that's it. And then in the morning, little breakfast, little lunch, and then little dinner. But not too much snacking. There's only that 2 in between.
And that's a tea. And we at the ashram we had a chai.
Chai, that's tea.
And it was. I mean, we just couldn't wait. It's like, is it tea time yet?
Yeah.
Is it
Sounds
chai
lovely.
time yet?
Yeah.
So it was lovely. Well, it's just as always. Whenever I'm with you, I just get a little more inspired. I'm like, I'm going to develop a joy around chopping vegetables.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Why not?
And like putting love into your food and care and that. So
and just shift that thinking. And also, I did commit. I went to your class. I loved it. I can't wait till Saturday to do it again. But there is that sense that yoga is so much bigger. It's so much bigger.
It's bigger than all of us.
Than all of us,
Yeah.
and on so many levels. Right? It's not
Beautiful.
just going to a yoga class. It's like it's like something I feel like I owe myself to do. Right? It's a
and
gift.
the universe, right? And
It's
the
a gift.
universe.
You're
and the people around
walking.
you.
You're walking with it.
Yeah.
You're going everywhere. So just opening a door to somebody, just maybe you can make somebody's day. Maybe they are going through something. Just say something good to somebody. You never know what's on the other side. So just being kind. It just makes you more humble and kind. And as you said, yoga is not just going to the class. It's the discipline.
And also,
It's the lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
and the
lifestyle.
gathering of all those souls together, wanting to find that space together, that is also beautiful.
Oh, it's powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful. And breathing together is amazing.
It's powerful.
So where do you teach your yoga class, and how can people find you?
Lifetime. I'm in Lifetime. No, like with the pandemic, I was everywhere. All lifetimes I was teaching. But with pandemic, they just brought only a few teachers back. So right now my hub is Novi. And teaching there, we were teaching many classes, but the schedule is less because we can't have all classes on back yet. But they're going to add some more and more. But now you just told me that, our governor is saying something. Let's see how that goes. But Novi, right now I'm Novi, and I do yoga retreats all over the
about
world.
your yoga retreats and how people can find the information. for
Tammy
that.
Shanti. Just
Okay.
Google it, Tammy Shanti word. It's one word, TAMMYSHANTI. It will all pop up, and I do throughout the world. And I've been Bali and Italy and everywhere in here too. And soon I'm going to be heading towards Miami. But it's just like, as I said before too, that I don't want to stop because it's changing people's life and their lifestyle. And when yoga becomes somebody's lifestyle, that's all my purpose. And I love it.
And part of your purpose is meditation, right? And I think it would be lovely if you could do a meditation, right, Sherri, for us at the to meditate us out of the podcast today.
Absolutely.
Maybe do a
Let's do
yeah.
it.
Couple minutes.
Yeah. And we really appreciate you having here. And before we go into the meditation, would you like to tell us something that people can do right now from where they're sitting to change their life?
I will just say, let's close eyes together wherever you are. Let's just breathe a few breaths together and just be ready for the beautiful spring. Don't focus on pandemic and this and that, all those thoughts. Push it off. and just develop a habit of a little simple walk every day. But right now, let's just close our eyes and just do for 2 minutes meditation. Just take a taste of it.
Okay, let's do that together.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Take a huge inhale all the way up. Exhale, let it go through your mouth a little bit. Just let it go through your mouth. As if this is spring, right? You saw all those beautiful flowers coming up. So have just a little thought that you're smelling the flower. So smell the flower all the way up. Keep the lips closed. Maybe a beautiful rose. And then blow the candle. Let it go through your mouth. Let's take 2 more just like that. Smell the beautiful spring flowers. And then let it go. 1 more. Close your lips now and just pay attention to the space between your nose and upper lip. Make sure you're taking inhale and then exhaling completely. Soft, soothing breaths. You don't need to wait too long. Spring is here with the open arms, with blooming beautiful flowers out there. Life is changing constantly. We are changing constantly. We're growing. But that doesn't mean you need to stop. Begin now. Don't put that time labels or time limit on you. Each day is a gift. Each breath is a gift. It's a bliss. You got up in the morning, you look at the mirror, you have your arms, your hands, your feet, you're standing on your feet. It's a gift. Start today at the 15th April, wherever you are, on your couch, at your work. Send a message to your mind. Each day I want to be positive and productive as much as I can. And then keep doing best and leave the rest. Five more breaths. 4 more breaths. Keep breathing, keep manifesting, keep throwing everything in the universe. It all comes together. Just trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust being human. Take 1 more breath. Let it go. Namaste.
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 Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
can't namaste.
Yeah.
We have to go and go live our good fat life. What a great
Right.
podcast today. Thank you so much, Tammy,
Thank
for being
you,
here.
Sharon.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And if you want to get our new magazine, go to goodfatlife.com and go to contact and put your email address in, and we'll be sure that you get the latest copy.
All right. Well, let's
So,
go off and
yeah.
live our good fat life.
Yeah. All right. Till next week.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Tammy.
Thank you. Thank you.